What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by LeVon Maynard.
What's going on?
What's going on? Shannon's unable to make it this week, but he'll be back next week. Definitely continue to tune in, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff I never say. Monday and Tuesday are our topics. Wednesday, we have a discussion. And then Thursday is Ask Us SP. And Friday is the weekly rundown where we talk about everything else besides cyber. So movies, TVs, books, things of that nature. So definitely tune in throughout the entire week. We greatly appreciate you listening or watching us on the platform of your choice. But yeah, definitely share with your friends, all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, I give it to LeVon.
Yes, sir. Yeah, today we have a article. This is from the Hacker News from my boy Ravi, and this one's Ukrainian hacker linked to REvil ransomware attacks, extradited to the United States. And this gentleman's name, I'm gonna destroy it, but it's Yaroslav Vasinsky. Yeah.
I wouldn't even try it. You did a good job,
yeah,
sir.
Yarrow. Yeah, his first part is the first name, Yarrow. Is a Ukrainian national linked to the Russian-based REvil ransomware group. He's been extradited to the U.S. to face charges for his role in carrying out the file encrypting malware attacks against several companies, including Cassia last July. And he says that he's 22 years old, and he's previously arrested in Poland in October 2021, prompting the U.S. Justice Department to file charges of conspiracy to commit fraud and related activities in connection with computers, damage to protected computers, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. So yeah, they nabbed him up. According to the DOJ, in addition to his headlining grabbing attacks at JBS and Cassia, REvil is said to have propagated its infection to more than 175,000 computers, netting the group at least 200 million paid in virtual currency ransoms before it officially went dark late last year. So it looks like he was transported to Dallas, Texas. But this is just like an interesting article, interesting update, from the REvil group or somebody from the REvil group that's actually been, hemmed up, and they brought him to the U.S. And I was thinking about it earlier when I read the article, but the fact that they take these people from the country and bring them over to the United States for trial. I mean, it's definitely due justice, but it kind of makes you pause for a second, like, man, you can just pull people out their country and bring them over to yours. Say if the opposite thing happened, if somebody in the U.S. was attacking somebody in Russia or something like that, and they decided, oh, let's go ahead and we're going to extradite you to Russia and have you in trial for this ransomware attack you did, and all of a sudden you end up in the gulag or whatever they have over there, with all kinds of craziness that you may not be expecting, because you're used to maybe the U.S. Justice system where they have maybe some more refined rules or something like that. But I think it's pretty interesting that they got him hemmed up here in the United States. But he's a part of this group that's been causing chaos. We've been talking about it for the last year now, but especially during the COVID times, there's been a lot of ransomware attacks, and obviously they've been pretty lucrative for some of these gangs. And this is one of the biggest ones that we've heard of, and it looks like he's one of the top dogs there. And just thinking about him only being 22 years old just kind of makes you kind of shake your head, like, wow. I mean, he might as well be like a baby, like 22 years old, just like a kid. Just he may have just graduated from the equivalent of high school over there or whatever, a couple years ago. But just the fact that he's hemmed up now, and they said it's one thing I forgot to mention. I think they said it's he's facing prison term for up to 115 years.
Right.
So
that's that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
They're trying
terrible.
to put him away. Yeah. Trying to lock him in the jail, throw away the key, basically. Like you're going to be, spending the rest of your life here in jail. But I guess with that, Ryan, what you think about this one, man? This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So that's why I was in our discussion last week. I was like, it's vitally important that the rules, right? Like in this case, these people are bad actors. Like they're attacking the meat industry. They're attacking like you said, Kaseya, which I think when we talked about that attack, like they were specifically Western countries, like if you had like a Cyrillic keyboard setting or Iranian or something like that, they didn't specifically attack those people. They're attacking the West.
Right.
When it came to that attack, like it doesn't pay off, at least in this instance. Like this, let's say he doesn't get all 115 because it's a bit excessive, right? To say they're like, well, you know what? We'll take pity on you. We'll give you half. It's still his whole
Right.
life. He's still gone, or even a quarter. Like we'll give you a
Mhm.
quarter of the sentence. Like this man will
Right.
spend his entire adult life, and he'll be elderly when he gets out.
Right.
If they pursue that route, it does not pay off. And you might say, well, he's very young. You know, his brain is still growing. You know, he's not a grown man yet, or what have you. But they don't care. Like you're affecting big industry. So now they're going to, in this case, they extradite them from I think he was caught in Poland, and then
Right.
they extradited him from Poland over to Dallas. That's a rude awakening, right?
Right.
Welcome to Texas.
Yeah.
They probably will give him 115. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be playing with you. And like you said, like the opposite could happen. Let's say you do something that's more far-reaching. You're hacking on behalf of, in this case, Ukraine or someone else. You try to join the fight. What's to say that after this is all said and done, the dust settles, that you don't wind up in Poland facing charges?
Right.
It's dangerous. It's super dangerous. Like they're still building the plane in flight, as they say. So like the rules are not so hard, but they are fast. Just you got to be careful. Like in this case, these were hackers. There's already rules and laws already put together for that. I don't think anybody's been given 115 years yet, so that will be new. But it should discourage people from getting into the hacking game. Like, yeah, it is lucrative. Ransomware is very popular right now, but if they're handing out 115-year sentences, no, thank you.
Right.
That should definitely be a deterrent. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep posted on this. Like we've talked about REvil in the past. We talked about JBS and Kaseyo when they attacked those. So it's an ever evolving story. So now we're starting to see the ramifications like 8 months later, a year later. These things take time, but the more we keep up with it, like the next episode you might have on it might be like, you got all 115.
Right.
My man is
Right.
locked up forever. Like it's a life sentence, and no one got killed to my knowledge. And they're gonna put this guy away for life. They don't even put murders away for life anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
You
That's
definitely
a
should
good
find a
point.
new occupation.
Right. Yeah, it's not worth it. Not worth it. I mean, it looks like they got a bunch of money out of it, but to spend the rest of your life in jail for some money, it's definitely not worth it. And like you said, people with murder charges have less sentences oftentimes, depending on what the background behind the murder. But that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild story. So we'll keep you guys posted on it. Hopefully his sentencing will be pretty quick. Now he's already back in the States, or not back in the States, but he's been sent to the States.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely keep this one on our radar. Like you said, good old Robbie.
That's right.
We go over a lot of his stories are pretty impactful, right? So like this is another good one from on his part. So go ahead and continue to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit a bell if a bell's involved. We have our YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that, same name. You can also watch us on video on LinkedIn and Spotify. And then go ahead and subscribe to one of those audio platforms. Like we're on everything. So Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Rebel FM, like Breaker, all that stuff. So go ahead and subscribe to us and let us know what you think in the feedback in the comments. So you can hit me up personally. I'm at REvil Security Guy. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Clubhouse, RY Security Guy. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.